So hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Derek, and today's dashboard we're going to be looking at the health facility dashboard for malaria cases. So this is the dashboard we're going to create in today's video, and it is interactive. You click a facility and everything is able to change accordingly. So let's dive into the video and see how we can create this dashboard from scratch. So this is our data that we're going to use to create the dashboard, and it's dummy data. I have to say this doesn't exist anywhere. The facilities are completely my own making, and the data is completely my own making. So we have a health facility, we have a department, we have the doctors that we have per these facilities at the departments, and then the nursing officers. Now we're looking at malaria cases, and we're looking at the registered patients in total. Then out of those registered patients, how many were malaria positive, how many were malaria treated, and the malaria patients is discharged per facility. So we are going to first convert this data into a table. So we just click on the table, on the data rather, then we click table, and then it will appear like that. So then we insert pivot table. Just simply go to insert, and then we go to pivot table. Okay, so maybe I should name my table. That's what I normally do. Let me call it malaria 1. Okay, so I have one table, so these are going to be our tables. Then we're going to create another sheet for the dashboard where we're going to put the dashboard. So we could remove the grid lines, and then we insert a background. So I normally pick this background from internet. Oh, this time I want light blue. No, it is running very fast. I want light blue. Light blue. So it's looking for a background. We want to make a background look a little bit good, and this would work for me. This is nice. This will work for me. So finally, we have a background. We could also work on the header before we go to the pivot tables. So let's insert in a rectangle of that size. Then we could give it this color. Okay. Then we could copy it and paste and have 2 of them. However, we could change this to texture. I want to input a pattern fill. So you could put any pattern fill. That would work. That would work. That would work. So we could go with any. You can use any that you really feel comfortable with. I'm trying to look for one that I'm comfortable with, and I think I would go with okay, let me go with that. So I put that on top of the blue rectangle, and then I send it to the back. Then I make this a little bit transparent by going to more gradient, and so I need to change the transparency and to make it a little bit transparent so that the other pattern can come out. Okay, I think that's okay. That's okay. Then I need to control and then select, so that you select the 2 rectangles and then you group them. Right click and then group them so that they're able to move together. Now they're moving together. Okay, so they can move together comfortably. Oh yeah, so you can see they're able to move together. But right now, of course, I was trying to show you that the other one is at the back, but they're moving together. If you want to see the other pattern, the other pattern field, you could just double click here and then you could see it, but otherwise we expect them to be moving together. Okay, so that's it. So we put them just there, and then we do some more touch on that. We could now we could put in a text box because we want to name our dashboard. Now text box will be, we're going to name this as a health facility dashboard for malaria. So go to under illustrations and then we insert icon. So we're going to look for something like representative of the health facility. It could be a building, it could be anything. So shall just type in hospital and see what comes. So and icons, let's type in hospital and say okay, so what can be representative of our hospital? So I think this could work for us. That could work for us. But as you can see, we shall also need these other ones later. Because we are talking of a hospital, so probably we shall need them. So let's try to copy these little images. We might use them in future. So they should be able to come. They're downloading. So my interest is on this for now. It's what I want to put here to represent the health facility. So I could also give it some more touch. I could change it to white. Okay, but I also want to give it more touch by now I've put something to do with the facility, but I also want to put something to do with malaria. So I don't know if we have a malaria symbol somewhere, but we could think of something. Maybe we could think of the mosquito itself. Let's try to see if we can get a mosquito. So these icons just make the dashboard look more presentable, just spice up the dashboard. But otherwise, it's nothing big. So I can put in mosquito. So we'll take this mosquito. Okay. Okay, so that's how mosquito looks like, but still it's not really giving us what we want. So we could also give it more touch. We shall touch all of them. Shall give it a more touch. Maybe probably we can give it that color. Okay, but now we really don't want it to come out like that. So we might have to adjust the gradient probably to make it at least transparent. Okay, we format the graphic to make it look transparent. Let's see. Okay, I think to me that looks a little bit better. Put it there. Could make it more transparent. Okay, and we could have it along the entire header. So that is how we can create a mosquito. We keep copying and pasting. So that's how the header will look like. So from the looks of things, we may need to to decide what we're going to analyze. Based on this data, we're going to have to see how many doctors we have per facility, how many clinicians, registered patients, malaria, positive cases, stuff like that. So we could also try to create the shapes for that. We could insert a shape. This time we're going to insert in that. So while we're doing this is where we're going to add the registered cases and all that, the doctors that are available on duty or that are available at the facility. So again, this will take some time. You just need to follow along and see what. So we don't lose it. Okay, so we go to our pivot tables. Now we have department. Now we need to see how each facility is faring in terms of the total registered cases, and then total registered cases, patients rather, total registered patients. So I also like to make my pivot tables look nice. Okay, so this is total registered patients. Total registered patients. Okay, so Excel is a little bit slow, I don't know why, but so we could insert a graph for this, and that graph will be a pivot chart. We could insert a chart, pivot chart, and we could just simply use a bar graph. We hide this. Okay, we hide this. Okay, so just do a little touching on it. Okay, so we can take it to cut it and take it to our dashboard here. Okay, so there it is. So Again, we need to give it a little touch. I want it to have that color. Okay. Good. We'll work with the formatting and then this bold. Okay. Then we could first leave it like that for now. Okay, for now we could leave it like that. So then we create another pivot table. We're simply copying this and creating another here. Now this time, what is our interest? So this time probably we want to see how the departments and then the facility and then the departments. So to see how they're doing. So to do that, we might want to say department. We add department there. Then we could put the registered. So now this time I don't want the registered cases. I want to see the malaria positive cases. Okay. So we could try to insert in a pivot chart. Let's see. So that's how it will look like, and it's pretty okay. It's really good. It's really good. It's fine by me. So we'll hide this. Okay, like that. Let's cut it. Okay. So let's paste it here and then we work on it. Okay. Let's do the formatting. Let's add a little life to it. Look for another. So we would also want to see something to do with the malaria cases, and then the positives, the treated and then discharged. So we want to see per health facility how many malaria cases do we have, okay, then how many treated and how many are discharged. So definitely that will be a bar graph, be a bar graph automatically. Okay, be a bar graph. We insert pivot chart. Then so we look at that graph the way it is, just per facility. Okay, but we could decide to do away with the facilities and we just have it generally like that. It will work. We could start with the first remove this. Then we could have doctors, we could have clinicians, and then the nurses. So we want to. So you would want to have bar graph on these, and let's see if we can have one. So, but we could have this by health facility, not department, like that. So, could insert a horizontal bar graph. Yeah, so currently we have around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 graphs, and I think that's enough for us to make a dashboard. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to organize a dashboard, try to spice up our graphs and all that. So, but before that, let's first insert something here, which will be also part of our graphs. Okay, so we could give it a color. So let it be that be blue, but I really think I need to spice it up a little bit. Okay, need to spice it up a little bit, to add in some things to increase it, to put in some transparency, then remove the outline, then change the color to that, then okay, we need to okay, that's okay. So we can work on this. It's just to spice it up. So we could also have our departments in this card. So we could group this. And now probably we could create our departments. The inpatient department, we could cut this, cut it, and we paste it here. It has disappeared. Okay. So Okay, so we cut it, then we paste it there. So we could do that. So inpatient, we are representing inpatient. That, so we could also use this picture, maybe for outpatient. Could go from icons on internet. But go and insert more icons on internet. Internet is a little bit slow. So we could put in pregnant, because we want a symbol for the antenatal. We could put in pregnant. Okay, we could take that, insert, and we could also insert another one for maternity, because we need to make sure everyone is represented honestly. So could have a pregnant. So let's go back on internet and look for another icon for the maternity department. And could go to icons, and then we're going to just type in a baby, because I think that will bring it. Because baby. Okay, so this could work for us. Okay, let me take this and just leave this. Okay, so we'll bring the baby there. Now we could try to resize this. Could just make sure the height is, I think 6 is okay. 5 is much better. So we could try to align them, distribute them vertically. Then I try to align them on the left. Okay, and try to move them there. Okay, so there. Then move them there. Okay. Here, and then we work around it. Okay, and then we put a transparency. Okay, so that's it. So we're going to work around the graph. So my first graph, I think I don't need these. This one I may not need. This I don't need anymore. And this I don't need anymore. So my first graph will be this, and I'm going to first work on that graph, specifically that graph. So I'm going to change this. could do more. Okay, that's fine. Let me change this to white. Change that to white. And also this to white. Just to that color. I think that's fine. Oh, nah, that's okay. So now we could go to this. We could also apply the same. So we could copy this and paste and then put it here. So guys, at this point in time, you're going to now put in something else. We're going now to make sure we put in values here. So we're going to put the total cases, malaria cases per department. So for us to do that, we are going to go to our tables and go where there is department. Department is here. So department is right here. Okay, so we're going to copy this, paste it as values. Then of course we can put a small table, right? So these are the positive malaria cases. So we could say this is equal to this, and this is equal to this, and this is equal to this, and this is equal to this. So we come back to our dashboard and we insert shapes. I'll insert in this one, this one. So try to put it there. Okay. Then type in equals. So this is inpatient. So you say inpatient is here. Okay. So could give it some like using area for this, and try to bold it and then try to make it white. So sure about that. So okay, so that's okay. So we could remove the background and make it transparent. So we do the same for the rest. Okay, do the same for the rest. So it should be like that. We shall go under the medical team here. So we could say, could copy this and paste it here, and we'll say equals that doctors. Then we go to clinicians equals to 70, and then the nurses is that. So we could also make a simple table out of that. Make just a simple table out of that. So it's not good to pick these values directly from the pivot tables. It's not good at all. Okay, let's just leave it the way it was. So we come here, we put in, so we can use this very one. We can put in, there. So what you do, we simply remove this and we put equals, go to tables, and then put in doctors. Okay, it should be able to come. So we do the same for clinicians. to this, and you will say registered cases. You copy that and paste it inside just right here as values, and then you say this will equal to this. So when you come here, the dashboard, just create just inside a shape. That's inside a shape. Inside that. Okay. So let's insert that shape. So it could be just that big. Then we could now this one I'm going to remove I don't want the field, but I'll just say equals to the total cases here registered, and you'll be able to bring my value. It's quite big, so we'll reduce it to 20. Okay. Again, I want this to be an area. As it. So this time we could have a little outline on just a little outline on just a little. And then of course the font will remain white. We just have a little carving out. So we could do the same. So do the same for malaria. Could do the same for treated. Then the same for do the same for the last one, which is discharge. And it's dragging our things. Okay, let me pick this. Okay, so of course we could do some formatting here. Do formatting. So we are trying to make sure everything is grouped together. I can group this. But also we are trying to make sure that we align these. This is aligned to this, not that. Okay, so it's aligned to this and to that, then to this. So we could do some magic. Could reduce the size. Could align them to the top. Okay, just now I just want to make sure there. Okay, let's. Oh, that's again to. Okay, to 5. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. So then we could reduce the size. We could reduce the size here. Okay, and try to distribute them horizontally. Okay, that's perfect for me. So the outline, I think we can put a little of that outline for all of them. Could that work? Okay, I think that's fine. That's fine with me. So we could have this. Could just leave it like that. Then first we now look for the malaria total, the positive total cases, then the malaria treated, then the malaria cases. This should be discharged, I think. This should be discharged. Malaria cases discharged. Oh, it's already there. It's already there. So in that case, we just just need to increase the size a little bit here for the discharge. Just need to increase a little there. Malaria cases discharge. So let's have the positive cases here and the treated cases, and that would be now cascade data here. So it's already there, but we cannot pick those values directly. We need to first copy them down here. We need to first copy them down here. Okay, so I think we lost them, so we can just do that and we copy them down here. Then we say this equals to this, this equals to this, and this equals to that. So again, we can do a percentage. So we can say percentage could have that. This could have it. It could be a table. This could be a table on its own. Then again, we could have percentage treated. Okay. Then we could have also percentage discharged. Okay, so percentage treated would be the treated out of the positive one. So ultimately we're having the numerator is kind of greater than the denominator, but for now we just going to leave it like that. We're not going to go into detail, but ideally it should be the other way around. So we change it to percentage, and then we correct it to that. Then now the percentage discharge will get the discharge out of those ones who were treated, and then we do that. So we can also create a table for this. Yep, like that. So let's go back to our dashboard. So this we're going to change that. We come and pick the malaria positive cases. Okay, then just will give them a little touch. Okay, so let's first pick the malaria treated as well. Then lastly the discharged cases. Okay, so we have all the data that we want in our dashboard, and we're going to just do a little fine tuning. Let's just do a little fine tuning. Yeah, so we're going to drag these here, put in the little percentages, come here, put equal signs, and then put in these percentages here. Percentage treated, and we could do the same for this. Then we could put equal signs, then we could try to move percentage discharged. So this could be in another color, preferably that color is okay for me. And then discharged could be also in another color, Preferably that is okay for me. So could remove the outlines and the fill. Remove the outline and the fill. The same for this. Outline and fill. Remove them. Remove the outline. So could increase this to 20. So we could just leave it like there. So apparently what are we left with? So this is what we have now. So we could also just add little texts below here. Just add little text before here. We insert in a little text boxes. I don't know if there's a little text box, but it's going to insert little text boxes here. We could say percentage. I think we've reached the end of our dashboard. Anything else that we really need to put is right now the slices, because the rest of the things just to resize, make sure everything is okay. So we're now going to put slices so that our dashboard is quite interactive. So we can just go here and put the health facility. Then health facility I think is what we need. We really don't need other things. So the slicer will also format it to also make a new slicer of the one that we feel should work for us. So we would create a new slicer, name it our slicer, and then we could format it as well so that it's fitting within what we really want. So we can fill it with our color. So we need to know what our color is. First of all, our color was, we need to know our color. Let's first get to know the color that we need to fill this with. So this was our color. That was our color. That's right. Okay, so this is our color. Here we could just copy this code here, and then insert in a new slicer. We go to our slicer settings, clicking the slicer, and then you should be able to take you to slicer settings, and then you would see you create a new slicer. So we call it our slicer. Then we format slicer, we put in more colors. Then we are going to put this code we copied from the other side. Then we put it there and say okay. Then to be able to fill our slicer with that. Then the font, we want the font to be white. Of course. Then we say okay. Okay, so let's first see how our slicer will look like. So for starters, that is how it's looking like. But okay, let me first group this. I think I didn't group these things. Okay, then let's group this and do group so that when we move, they're all together. So we can put our facilities. So we can again play with them. We can put 2 or 2. So I think it's really working. It's coming out. It's coming out the way we want it. Yep. So a dashboard will be like that. Okay. 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 So we could format our slicer even more, because right now we really need to make sure it looks good. It's not looking good, so we could try to go back to slice again and we play with it. We say right click and modify. Now the header is okay for us. We could also adjust it, but we'll leave it. So let's go to select item with data. So when you select an item with data, what you really want, like the slicer to look like. So I would say we want it to look like that. Then the font should be black. I think the font could remain white. Okay, the font would be black. Okay, let's see how that will look like. Okay. So this is what I mean, you see. So if you select that, so that is what I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, so that is how it looks like. So I think that's okay for me, and we can leave it at that. So the last thing we need to do, we need to make sure our slices are linked to all the pivot tables, and we just click each of these pivot tables. Of course, it's not a must to click all of them, but in this particular case, we want all our slicers linked, all our tables linked to the slicer. So it's linking them. Yeah, so we're trying to check if all our slicers are linked. So let's try to see. Hope they're all linked. Hope they're all linked by now. Okay, I think they're linked. So if we select one, let's try to look at this dashboard, or can put it at 90. So if we try to select, okay, I think that's okay. So if you try to select one facility course, let's say Kuso, so the dashboard should be able to change everything. Yeah, so it has changed everything. Everything has changed. So meaning that we are successfully linked our dashboard. So let's select another facility. So it changes everything as well. Let's select another. So everything changes according to what you select. So guys, thank you so much for watching. So we've reached the end of our video right now. So this dashboard is interactive. You could download it. I'm going to put a link in the description, so you could download it, look at it, and be sure to wait for other series of our dashboard. So thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed. See you next time.